So Nintendo has finally decided to drag itself into the modern age with actual voice and video chat on the Switch 2. Amazing, right? But hold your applause because of course it comes with strings attached. And by strings, I mean surveillance, data collection, and mandatory phone verification. You thought this was going to be simple? No, it's Nintendo. We should have known better. Now, to be fair, most modern platforms have some kind of moderation system in place. Xbox and PlayStation let you report voice messages or in-game chat if someone gets a little too spicy, like in the Xbox 360 era. Yeah, there's a lot of reporting, a lot of surveillance, a lot of stuff that you can do to protect people from being swatted, harassment, all that. Does it always work? Not always, but yeah, there's safeguards in place. But Nintendo, no, they took like a look at a 60-second buffer and were like, hold my Joy-Con. So the Switch 2 will store 3 full minutes of voice or video chat. 3 whole minutes. Why do they need 3 whole minutes of that? That's absurd. That's almost a full-blown phone call conversation. And why are they doing this? Because if you report someone, Nintendo wants the full context. And they won't just get your voice. They're also getting timestamps, camera footage. So yeah, Nintendo's not just listening in. They're watching. Smile for the surveillance cam. Make sure you get your big mugshot going on. But don't worry, it's only stored if you report something. So if you go and report somebody, your stuff is going to get recorded too. Totally harmless, right? I mean, what could possibly go wrong with a company storing chunks of your private conversations? Especially when they could hand it off to law enforcement. Nothing terrifying about that at all, right? Everything's all willy-nilly. Some people are freaking out about it, and honestly, I get it. I can understand. You're in a private voice chat with friends. Someone says something dumb or off base, and suddenly the Nintendo police are at your virtual door. Can a joke between friends get someone banned now, by the way? Can you bait a buddy into saying something that is questionable just to report them for laughs? Imagine you set somebody up and you're like, oh, you're telling jokes and then you're taking turns and they don't report you, but you report them, or vice versa. Are we going to be getting a whole bunch of false reports? I don't know, man. Let's be real. It sounds like something that some troll out there is absolutely planning. Don't leave any kind of room for trolls to wiggle and take advantage of privacy or anything like that, because this seems like it's right up their alley. Now, Nintendo will tell you that you can only voice or video chat with people on your friends list, but let's not pretend that that's some kind of impenetrable wall, okay? People get added all the time, some with good intents, some with not so much good intents. I remember on the Switch, I used to add everybody, and then I started getting trolls that were contacting me and sending messages, so I put a nix to that. I stopped adding random people on all of my platforms because it felt kind of like gross to have people just messaging me at all hours of the night just because I was playing a video game. And now I can't imagine being on a voice chat with somebody that they can report your conversation. It's just weird, There's definitely creeps out there. So yeah, I get the safety angle, but I also get why people don't want Nintendo capturing every word they say to private match. Honestly, man, I didn't even like the way that Switch did the whole Nintendo Switch app. Remember, the only way to get voice chat on the Switch OG was to download an app? How come we just can't get Discord integration? That way, the privacy, the security, and all that is out of Nintendo's hands. Just put it on Discord. People use Discord anyway. I think that would be a lot more efficient. It just seems like every time Nintendo does something like friend codes or friend list or anything like that, they have all these weird measures that just make it such a headache to set up. And I think Game Chat is going to be another headache. Mark my words. Now, there is more. If you thought the chat recording was invasive, you're going to love this next part. In order to use voice or video chat, you will need to verify your cell phone number. Yep, Nintendo now wants your digits. Are they going to booty call you? I don't know. But they want you to verify your phone number. They claim it's for safety and accountability, which sounds noble, and I get it. But giving out your number in 2025 is like basically handing over your house address to a spam bot. You want constant robocalls? Because that's how you get constant robocalls. Oh, and let's not forget, servers get hacked. Servers get hacked. It's not a matter of if, it's when. So your email, your billing info, and now your phone number. Cool. Yeah, cool, right? And here's the kicker. This isn't even a free feature. Game chat on Switch 2 is locked behind Nintendo Switch Online. So if you're already paying for it, they got your credit card, they got your account, your gameplay, and now they want your phone number. What's next? Miyamoto installing a camera in my shower so he can see me once a month when I do shower? And at some point, you got to ask, where does this stop? Is this about safety, or is this about controlling your consumer? Now, I know some of you don't see the big deal. Some will say, oh, don't say anything dumb and you'll be fine. Sure, but that only works until somebody else says something in your group. What if you have somebody that's just a complete moron that says something fucked up and Nintendo can't tell who it is or where it came from, and now your account is the one getting flagged because your buddy said a joke? Awesome system, right? There's too much margin for error with this. I feel that there could be some mistakes made, and knowing Nintendo, it's going to take an arm and a leg just to settle some of this stuff. So, yeah, I understand why some of these policies exist. I really do. But I'm also not about to throw a celebration over this level of monitoring. You know, Nintendo's always trying to catch up with the rest of the industry, but they do it in the most Nintendo way possible, which again is slowly. Like I said, it's also awkward and it has way too much control. It's, again, like I said, I feel that being able to record and monitor your video and all that for 3 minutes, that's a bit overkill in my opinion. Now, sure, if there's like something that leads to a SWAT or a dox, they want to know who said what or who instigated or started what. But you never know what happens before that 3 minutes. What if somebody says something offhand and then 6 minutes go by and then there's a whole conversation where somebody finally speaks up and there's banter and fighting and arguing, and I just feel that there's so much of a mess that could happen here. And again, I know this is for security and stuff like that, but the idea of them wanting so much information plus your phone number, yeah, I don't know. I'm not buying that. Even Discord makes it optional for you to verify your phone number. There's an option there, but you don't have to do it. And Nintendo's making you have to do this. So, I don't know. I feel some type of way about that. So, let me know what you guys think. Is this a necessary evil to keep weirdos off the Nintendo platform? Or is this another case of a company overreaching? I think it's a little bit of both, to be honest. Because let's face it, this is Nintendo we're talking about. And they could... like I said, it seems like they do stuff just kind of like awkwardly every time. They do things the Nintendo way. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe unless you want Nintendo to be knocking at your door, asking why you're not verified. And if you want to hit that subscription button, we're on the way to 100,000 subscribers. It's free. Please do so. And, yeah, I'd love to hear what you guys have to say.